So anyway, that's what happened there. On talk. Now, when I was doing this yesterday, this microphone's turned off. And I was going through all this again. I was doing it yesterday, and I didn't realize that this is a 5-minute interval. So every 5 minutes, it stops and starts again where it stopped. You know, so it's a continuous, but it does it in 5 minutes. The camera I'm used to is 3 minutes. So when I see it on the editing software, I'm just looking at blocks. So I think that's a 3-minute block. So I'm just pulling those blocks down there, you know, and next thing you know, I'm up to 42 minutes. I'm saying, how did I get up to 42 minutes? Anyway, here's what I had done. I had this other one around here someplace. Where'd I put it? Oh yeah, here we go again. Let's just lose everything while I'm at it. Oh, it's right behind me. Okay, so I made this one. This one goes down by loosening this. Don't mind this. This is just something that's going to be taken care of. You loosen this up. I think you guys can see me. Let's do this. The wood is just here to hold it so I can work on it without flopping over. I can take this and I can raise it this way and this way. I can take this one, I think it was this one, and I can raise it this way and this way. And this one as well. So, and if I loosen this one, this wing nut up, I can twist it sideways. Well, after I did all that, I'm looking at it and I said, wait a minute. I'm in the toolbox in front of me and I found this, which I forgot about. And I said, well, wait a minute. That would probably do the same thing, and it would be easier for me to adapt the tablet to something like this without gauding it up more, because now this would be bolted onto that, you know, and I'm just making a piece bigger and heavier and gaudier. So I decided to put this aside for a few minutes, which I did. Put this in here so I don't lose it. And start kind of fresh with this piece. I have these laying all over the place. These phone adapter things, the cradles, whatever you want to call them. So what I had done was, I had a flat screw there, threaded it into this, so that's there. It's nice and snug, it's tight, it's secured, I didn't have to worry about it. This, I didn't want it to stick out quite as much as it does, but I didn't have anything small enough or thin enough to where it was going to look like it was going to hold. Because I wanted to make a slide so I can slide the tablet into this. This is going to go on here. Now originally I had it on there already. And when I had it on there, I had it on with a screw. Well, that wasn't going to help me, because if I do want to turn this one this way, you know, as well as this way, there was no way to do it with the screw unless I had a screwdriver with me, and I didn't want to do all that. You know, I mean, with this one, I put the wing nut on the back so I can do it by hand. So why can't I do it with this one? Okay. So what I did was I drilled out this piece and I tapped it so I could put the screw in, and then I drilled that out prior though, okay, because I had the screw in there already. And now I have this on it with this. Now this should go onto here like that. Well, yeah, it should if I can hold everything. I forgot to put the washer on there. Okay, there should be another little lock washer too, but for now. And this will go on here. Now, one of the issues that I have with this is, come on, yeah, my fingers. Well, once I get it on there, I don't have to worry about it. But I really didn't want all that extra screw hanging out of there, because I really don't need it all. All right. So now this can go up like this. I can tighten this up. This has an Allen screw in there right now, so I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put a wing nut screw through there. I have a wing nut with a bolt attached. This here way, if I want to move this up and down, I can, and I can still tighten it up. This is going to get turned. Well, yeah. That's why I wanted to loosen this, so I can do this like that. And then this will be turned this way. I haven't lined anything up yet, but that's kind of like what it's going to do. And I think it's going to look, other than having this gaudiness here, I think we're going to be okay. Looks a little gaudy up here. I'd rather have had something, and as I talk to you right now, I just thought of something. Anyhow, let's take this over here for a minute. Now I had to go over to the store and pick up some spray adhesive because I put this little rubber piece in here because when I put this together, it was just sliding in and out way too easy. And I didn't want that, so I'm trying to get it so that it kind of holds a little bit. Oh, that looks like it's going to do it. Yeah, well, that's going to be good. There, okay. So I put a piece of rubber in here and I had it naturally glue it in. So I had to go pick up some spray adhesive because I was out of it. And I hate having to go someplace because I'm out of something. You know, because it just takes time. You know, this could have been finished, well, it was finished, but I could have had checked it and everything last night. You know, so I had to wait until today to make sure that the glue was hard or dried or cured. Okay, so that's there. Now, in the back part, we have a hole here and this here because this has a camera on it. So if I do want to record, I can just bring this forward and hit the recording. Aha! So that's kind of where we're at, guys. I think this is probably going to be the one. Now, the thought that I just had when I was talking with you guys is taking a piece of Kydex. Kydex can be molded. You warm it up a little bit, put it where you want it, boom. You use it for making holsters. It forms really well. So, what I was thinking is, cut this. Cut a piece, in this case, I'm going to say about an inch by inch. I'm going to say about 2.5, 3 inches. So I can attach it to the back of this. I'll screw this on to the back here. Again, cut the size, however. And then, well, I'll heat it up first. But actually, I can do it all at the same time right on there. Heat it up, and as I heat it up, I can bend this around and bring it down so it'll fit over this without a problem, and do the same thing with the bottom. And I think it'll look a lot better because I'm using smaller stuff that's going to accomplish the same thing. And that'll eliminate all this gaudiness that I have here. So that's what I'm actually thinking of doing. I don't know yet. What do you guys think? Because I can bend that. I got some pieces over here that are already bent. I was working on a camera mount. And, I mean, you can bend this in any shape you want it. This is bent this way, cut here, push down, bent again. This one I bent it and cut slices in it. This, actually, I made one of these. This one's not being used, as you can tell. But I made one of these a little bit shorter, and it's on top of the monitor, and it's got two thumb nuts on the back so that the camera's on here. So I can raise it or lower it. So if I'm on the camera, like tonight, for instance, we've got a Zoom test coming up, so I can just lower the camera so it doesn't look like I'm always looking up, or when I'm watching you, you're not looking at the top of my head. So basically now we're eye to eye, if you know what I mean. So, but this is what I'm talking about, something like this, but shorter, you know, and something that'll fit onto there. So I think that would probably work. So this stuff is pretty darn strong. Here's another one that I cut and bent and put heat on it. I made this for a security camera. It's a little cover. Bolts onto the side of the camera. The camera has a shield which keeps the sun from beating on it, and it keeps the rain from beating on it, and the antenna came up through here, and that worked out just fine. I mean, this stuff, if you're looking for a little miracle, here we go. I don't even have to cut that big piece. This is a little thicker. Okay. If you're looking for a little piece of miracle plastic, buy some Kydex. This one's got the carbon fiber look. Yeah, here's one. I needed a fuse box cover for one of the fuse boxes I have out here. Right? So I took a piece of 2x6, cut it into a chunk, heated this up, laid it over it, molded it down, cut this off so the wires can go in, and then I got a cover. Like I say, Kydex and Warbler. Kydex is good and it's stiff. It's good. You got to heat it to mold it. Warbler heats up a little quicker, and some of that is thin. So it's, I don't know if I have any Warbler here or not, but it's thin enough. That's PVC. Probably got to have more there. But Warbler is something like this. It's thin. You know, you heat it up and you can twist it. You can make earrings out of it. A lot of women or even men, they go to the Comic Cons and all that kind of stuff. You know, these little costume, you know, Star Trek adventures and stuff, and they make all their costumes out of Warbler. And it's easy to use, easy to work with. Now this isn't Kydex, this is a PVC board. And this is actually all I need, but I don't know if I can heat this up and if it's going to be flexible enough for me to use. Because then I can just cut that off and put this, and that would probably be enough. Anyway, let's get this back off here. This is going to be a little stiff for a while until that rubber starts to take form. And you know what I may do? No maybes about it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a little shoe polish or beeswax on this here. I am. Hold on, let me get the beeswax and do it now while I'm thinking. Oh, you know what? Saddle soap. If I can get the can open, because the piece broke. Oh, so you're going to be difficult, huh? That's the way you're going to play the game, huh? I got to get the other one out here. This one's too flexible. So the new Aldi's opened up. Charlene went there right after work. And she says it's a lot bigger than the other one in Foxen. I'm going to put a little on there. Well, a little more than normal. Because once it starts working, then I can wipe it off. My main thing is getting it into the rubber. Not so much on here, but this will be the best way to get it into there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take that off. And we're going to try that. Put this over here for now. This one. Now, how much of this do I actually need? Well, I can check to the top if I can hold on to it. I'm going to need from there to there to there. Okay. So, we're going to need from there, I can use those same holes. I'm going to make it a little bit longer just in case. Oh, wait a minute. I may want to make this a little bit shorter. Oh, it's okay. Alright, so if I go there to the line, we're talking what? 3/4 of an inch? Well, let's take it off the end. Hold on a minute. I want to get to the mark. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. What's this? About an inch? An inch. So that's 1 3/4. And this is another inch. So 2 3/4 inches. Times 2. So this is probably, well, you know what this will be. Hold on a minute. Which side do I want to use? Let's cut this side. Yeah. The only reason why I want to do it this way is because I need, on the bottom, I need the length. So let's go 2 3/4. Right, now, how am I going to do this, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Put some of this here until I know for sure what the hell's going on. Take that there. Put this back in here. This is what I'm going to use. Now, this may be... Ah, it is. That's what I need, right there. So this is going to go from here to there. Uh-huh. And then I can clamp it, bring this down, clamp it again. So, I don't know if that's going to work with heat very well or not. So what we're going to do, what are we going to do? Well, let's take a couple of these. And get my gloves. They're going to have to be handling a hot piece here. Hot piece, hot piece. See, I got to get this hot before I can do anything. You got the picture? Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear where I'm coming from? Okay. So I'm going to go right about there. Let's put this in the old toaster oven. Like I say, this, I've never done this with this stuff before, so let's see what happens. Let's go to oven and let's put on the timer. Let's set it up here at about 400 degrees. Now, get some of this stuff ready because sometimes it doesn't give you much time. Now that pickup truck in Chris's yard looks familiar. Looks like George's pickup, but that doesn't look like George. But it's got to be about 600 feet away. I did have a nice small pair of like oven mitts, but they weren't a mitt, it was more like a glove, but it actually fit really nice and you had full control and feeling, and it didn't bother the heat, it didn't bother me. Is it starting to do anything? Not yet. Let's take them back off for now. That's, like I say, I've never done this with PVC before, so it may take, let's get these out of the way. It may take a few minutes. I got a peach over here. Let me get to the peach. And take this knife out that's used for I don't know how many years. This used to go straight across. That's after years of sanding, sharpening. And this knife has been on everything, whatever. I don't know what I haven't cut with it. But now it's cutting a peach. Cut the peach in half, give it a little twist. The nut will stay on one side, and I'll eat the other. Almost there. It hit the breaking point really quick. It's like a piece of wood. Or anything actually, but wood is a good example. Take a piece of wood and you have it next to a heat source, and you know, and it's been there for years. Well, every time it gets hot, you're changing the wood. It means it's getting more and more flammable over time. Okay, now get this other piece. Here. That might be the wife telling me that she's going to all these again. gonna just hold it for now. Because once I get it formed enough, which I think it's there, I can put it into a form and throw the whole thing in there. Because I think we're almost there. Okay, let me see. The wife gets out about 3:15 today. So it can be anywhere between 3:15 and 3:30. And when she gets back, I'm going to put on some clothes and I'm going there. They got chicken breast, boneless white meat, chicken breast, on sale for $1.99 a pound. However, they're only allowing 2 packs, and I think there's between 5 and 6 pounds per pack. So she got 2 yesterday, and she said she had to go back today anyway. She went over there yesterday basically just to get some of the chicken and to get me some chocolate. And then she wanted to get home and relax, which I understand. She worked yesterday. And she says, today after work she's going to go back over. And I said, well, when you get home, I'll go over. You know? So at least we can get, 6 packs, and that'll last us about a week. We go through a lot of chicken. The boys like their chicken. Okay, so we have this, but I got to get this little bellow straightened out because that is taking up usage. Okay, here we are. So hypothetically speaking, if that comes off, this is going to go on here. Now I can make this now a little smaller as far as this way goes because it's thinner. And I don't want the gap to be too big because I don't want this thing to just slide out on me. And if I take that bellow out of the bottom, it's going to make it wider. So maybe I'll leave the bellow in there for now. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get an idea how it's going to work. Let me get this other pit out of this other half though.